Hello and welcome at Stocks Advisor channel. Here at our channel, we're looking for interesting buy opportunities for US-based stocks. In today's episode, we'll talk about GS Acquisition Holdings traded at New York Stock Exchange, ticker name GSAH. Well, GS Acquisition is showing today, or did show today, just 1 minute ago, the Friday trading was finished. It showed really very interesting move, very big white candle that started from below of yesterday opening, closure, and actually some people were expecting this to go lower towards moving average 20 to create a volatility gap and then rebalance, but instead we had a rebalance immediately and did show a significant move all the way towards higher than 1650, but the price didn't hold. Also being traded RSI-wise very overbought, the price didn't hold. We formed this very big downwards shadow, and now the question is what's next, especially given the fact that it's Friday, end of the trading week. Also taking into account the volume that was traded last 2 days, you can see it here, it's really big. Several times bigger than average one. So now the question is, will it hold, will it continue growing, or will it drop? Because we know examples here for this actually ticker that after having these very big upward shadows that we saw previously, for example in beginning of in mid of January, you see here several times we had it. Also by February, very small ones but red. Always when this is happening, we have a slow move down or significant move down depending on the height of the upward shadow. Especially for those cases, in January 2 times we had very big upward shadows, and indeed then the price dropped down. Still moving average 20, this green line was able to hold it, and by the way we have here 2 moving averages, blue and green lines, being moving average 20 and 50 correspondingly. So still moving average 20 was able to hold the price decline in January, for example, when we had these upwards shadows and then rebounds. It still might happen again anyway. It might even happen at higher levels, because you can see here formation of kind of an upper trend line. And with this being said, what we might expect rebounds from those levels, a little bit lower than it, so it would be very interesting to buy there. So how to trade here? Let's do analysis. First of all, it might be very volatile beginning of actually next week, and therefore we need to take into account this volatility as a very serious possibility. So what we can do, there is a very first support level, very strong one, actually support channel that could be traded here, and this is actually between 1275 and here there are 2 levels, you can say between 1350 and just a little bit higher than 1326, but we can put it at 1350 just to be on the safe side, or just to catch it better. So it would be S1, S2 levels and the first entry opportunity here. This could be very volatile. We saw these examples, as I just mentioned, in January several times, so we need just to be prepared. Also by that time it will be exactly on top of moving average 20. If you would continue this line, we will sit on top of it. So this would be very nice first entry, hoping for rebounds and then taking profit. And speaking of taking profit, at our channel we always do 10 to 15% let's say opinion or advice to take a profit, because if you do it constantly, believe me, even monthly basis, by end of the year you will multiply 2-3 times, because it is adding non-linearly. So that's our profit taking. After that you could either re-enter or check other videos. We post many videos daily, so there is always opportunity to enter and make a profit. So what would be the first entry then? It will be 1275 to 1345, and let's write it here. So then what next? If we decline further, this is also possible. For example, we didn't have it directly from white candle and big upward shadow, but we had it after the situation where it was a candle with both sides shadows, but then we declined lower and we stuck between moving average 20 and 50. This is also very known classical strong rebounds point for the stocks that are in upwards move. And what does it mean, upwards move? It means that every stock which simple moving average is forming a situation like 20, 50, and 200. Well, we don't have 200 here because still not enough time traded. But once you have these three moving averages aligned on one on top of each other, for mid and long-term traders, it's quite safe to trade. For short-term daily traders, you just need to catch the wave. And usually for these patterns, there are several standard, let's say, rebounds points. One is, of course, SMA itself, but also the distance between, actually in the middle between SMA 20 and 50 is also very strong rebounds. And indeed, you can see this was taking place here. Well, at any stock of this kind, you can find this. And therefore, we can also expect it happening further. And if this is happening further, we can enter just below it. And it would be then in this area. So speaking of, let's say, of levels, this will be then something between 1175 and all the way to 1220. Why is it also nice? Because if you look carefully, there are also additional support levels here. You can see, let's draw them. So it's this one around 1175 and just a little bit at a lot higher, so at 1225 another one. So this creates another support level. So it's not only the classical let's say distance, a middle between SMA 20 and 50, but also additional support level can be seen here, and actually support channel S3, S4 is formed. So with this being said, again, we should have rebounds. This could be a technical pullback because this is normal for so-called 20, 50, 200 or growing up stocks. And after that, again, if this is happening, that's our profit-taking advice, 10 to 15%. If we decline further, that's the question. And I often see some criticism or people asking, let's say, subscribers in comments, like, why do you predict that low? It's not actually the prediction, it's so-called mixed analysis advice, that approach that we follow at our channel. Mixed analysis means that we want to mitigate several points based on three pillars, and one pillar is technical analysis. Second pillar is average down approach based on support resist levels, and the third one is take into account possible negative catalyst kicking in. Because if you take all these three, your risk mitigation for negativity is the best, and if you don't have losses, therefore you can either be neutral or take profit. So that's our strategy. We would like to avoid losses. And with this being said, the last level of support, of course, will be in this trading channel that was seen actually in a complete history of this ticker. And should we have any very negative catalyst coming in, we will be very safe inside of this channel. So it's advised always to have some funds to average down there if needed. If not, well, it's always nice to have some reserve for some bad news. Because we also advise, do not bet with all your portfolio, because this is very risky, especially if you are a beginning trader. And usually young or mid, let's say, experienced traders are those who watch at YouTube, and therefore it's better to advise the most safe approach possible. So with this being said, the last entry and actually final average down could be done at 10.35 to, let's say, 11.05. And with this can be only with news base. So after this, the price should rebound. And summarize how to trade, that's the, let's say, numerical representation. If you are more for graphical one, you can use this chart. You can just make a print screen of it and use it as a trading card. And then speaking of how to enter, here it's still expected to have, let's say, a very positive volatility and growth. So we can advise the classical positive 1, 2, 2. Another strategy, meaning the funds you would like to play here, you can split in 5. When you buy with one portion, and if needed, you average down with 2 portions. And again, if some bad catalysts come, you can average down last time in the channel S5, S6, so in the last circle with 2 portions again. So that's the way to trade with GSAH Acquisitions Holding. Overall, very, let's say, impulsive, very fast-moving stock, but also very positive in a sense that if you trade it carefully, without being too greedy, you can make nice profit here. So with this being said, good luck with it. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you didn't do so already, and check other videos. We post daily many videos. You can also find us on different social medias like Facebook, Instagram. Also, please check our free mobile application named Stocks Advisor. Please check in the description to this video. You will see the link to how to download it. So let's stay connected and see you at another episode of Stocks Advisor channel.